To me right now. Welcome back. Joining us now, the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm. You will return to the Octagon Saturday for UFC on Fox 20. Valentina Shevchenko. There was a time when we would say the next woman's name and be like, that's not a big deal. That's easy. Yeah. But things got really interesting in the women's division right now. So it's not like there are gibby fights anymore, right?
No, not at all. And actually, I feel like it's been like that for a little while. I feel like the competition has been there, and I mean, I always expect the most out of everybody I step in there with. So now there's a lot. If I had my way, I'd still have the title, obviously.
Right. Yes.
There's a lot of curiosity now. What's going to happen after this? But you know, one fight at a time.
Now let's go back to UFC 200. Your teammate Jon Jones caught with doping violations. What is your concern level about PEDs in MMA?
You know, for me, I'm always just more focused on me. I've never wanted to take anything simply for the fact I feel like it would affect me mentally. I don't want to feel like I would need help. I want to feel like I can do it myself and that I'm capable of myself. So, and I just don't want to worry about the drama that comes with, you know, stressing about taking it, whatever. So I've never really, you know, looked out other than what I do for me, because I'm just in charge of myself, and that's it.
Have you talked to him since everything went down, Jon Jones?
Yes.
And how, because here's what I wonder. There are some businesses where you don't care what the guy next to you is doing. It's sort of like this apathy. Yeah. Is that that way amongst the fighters? Or do you guys not care if somebody's doing something that they're not supposed to be?
Oh, I care about Jon Jones. He's always been so supportive, been not just a good, you know, teammate, but a good friend, and he's one of those that's very supportive of everybody around him, you know. Other teammates have things coming up. Hey, let's watch film together. I want to watch film with you. Let's see if we can come up with something here or there, you know. I feel like he's definitely got like a kindness in his heart for a lot of things out there. He's always, you know, kind of one of those patient ones with the fans, and very personable. And but as far as that, I really haven't ever talked to them about that kind of stuff, you know. I want him to do well. I always want the best for him, and that's just kind of as far as I've really looked into it. You know, we talked very briefly on it, and we'll see what comes of it. You know,
it's got to be frustrating as his friend, because it seems like he's the guy that gets in his own way. It's not all these outside forces. And as of, you know, if you've watched your friend going through that time and time again, you know, what do you even say after a while?
Yeah, we definitely want the best for Jon, but you know, he's going to deal with his own thing. He's going to, you know, I'm one of those that I don't really like to look too far into something. I definitely want to, you know, I don't really like to judge people for anything. I like to let it unfold first before that ever happens. So we'll see what happens.
Now, you knocked out Ronda Rousey last November. That's a sentence that most people thought never would come to fruition. And she hasn't fought since. Now, that's a hell of a knockout. Dana White has said that Rousey will get an immediate title fight when she returns in December, January. Consider how much the title has changed hands. You okay with that?
I figure I need to...
You can say no. I'll hear you, Holly. Say it.
Honestly, you know, I want to get through this weekend, and then we'll see what happens after that. I don't ever, you know, I lost the belt. So I feel like I need to get another win under me before I don't want to go out thinking that I expect things, or I feel like it always has to be earned, and that's what I want to do. I want to earn it. So this weekend I want to, you know, have a good fight, and I got to get through Valentina before anything is even promised after that. So.
Now, you did lose the belt to Miesha Tate. Dana White went on record saying he didn't want you to have that fight. We saw the results. You have regret taking that fight?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm upset with the mistakes I made in the fight, obviously, but you know, a lot of people say that I should have waited for a rematch with Ronda, but if I would have waited, I'd still be waiting. You know, we don't know when she's coming back, so it's not like I said no to an opportunity. It's that opportunity wasn't promised. That's why I wanted to fight. You know, and I did say that I said I would wait and have the rematch with Ronda if they could at least kind of promise me it will be within...
Like a window.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was no sure sign of that, and so, you know, I guess the biggest question with that this week that a lot of people have been asking me is, you know, do you wish you would have held onto the belt? And it's like, what, so I could put it and polish it? You know, it's like,
Right.
Maybe.
I'm in this sport because I love to fight, and that's what I want to do. So I took the fight, and if I would have won, then nobody would be questioning it. So yes,
Right.
it was what I'm mad at myself for is losing the fight. But as far as taking that other opportunity, no, I don't regret that.
Now, one of the big takeaways from that fight wasn't the loss as much as something honorable where people were giving you tremendous amount of respect for you not tapping out. And I've been here before because I've been knocked out before, different sport. But was there a moment of clarity that you made a conscious choice before you went unconscious?
This is what I was thinking in that moment, because she had me in that same position in round 2. And I thought, I got out of it in round 2. I can get out of it again. And then I was waking up.
Nothing in between, right? Fade to black.
I can get out, I can get out, I can get out. And then I woke up to the roaring of the crowd, you know, and I thought,
What
looked around,
happened?
and I saw the crowd, and I was like,
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is. So it was all instincts, everything we visually saw was something trained or something deeper in your character. It wasn't like you were thinking through that.
no, I didn't think I'm going to go out, I'm not going to tap. It was just like, I really was thinking, you know what, I can get out of this. I did it, it was really deep. She had it really deep in round 2, and I got out, and I thought I can get out of it again. And that's the last thing I remember. I mean, it was tight, and I remember it was tight, and I thought, am I going? No, I can get out, I can get out.
And good night. I mean, it's an amazing piece of video. We won't talk about your loss anymore. We do want to share a piece of video from Bellator, as a matter of fact, because it was a devastating blow to a gentleman. Michael Page delivered a crushing knee to Cyborg Santos. Oof. Now, he celebrates with Pokemon, which I won't make fun of right now. But then we find out that Santos suffered a fractured skull. This is about to be a graphic photo. If you're a queasy human, please turn away now. Santos' ex-wife, Chris Cyborg Justino, posted the photo of his skull on Twitter. Look, this is the industry that you are in. When you see something like that, what kind of a reaction do you have?
You know, actually, I've never seen this view. I mean, there's been orbital fractures and orbital sockets that have been broken, and, you know, I mean, we have teammates that have metal plates, you know, in their cheeks and things like that, but when you start thinking about the skull, no, I've never seen anything like that before, and obviously we're in a sport where
Yes.
things can happen, and there is a certain concern, but getting in there, if you're in this sport, you actually don't think about that. It's not like I don't, you know, if you're thinking, I don't really want to get in the face, well, you probably didn't come down this path to this career anyway. I just, gosh, something like that, I hope everything's going to be okay, because that's obviously, I know there's a lot, I'm not a doctor, but
me neither.
there's a lot of things with that, like swelling on the brain and things like that, that can be very, very scary. So hopefully everything goes all right.
I've never seen anything even close
Quickly,
to that.
what's the most devastating injury you've suffered?
I would have to say,
Sprained ankle? It sounds like you always
Something
kick butt.
horrible.
I kick butt.
I got a herniated disc in my neck. I think that's the
bad.
biggest.
Yeah, that's not good.
I had a broken arm here from one of my fights, but I feel like a bone is a little easier healing.
Bone is nothing.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, what are we talking about? By the way, you're sticking around. We've got winners and losers coming up, and she will help us out with that. I like it.
This is Sports Nation. That's a good list to have. That's
Dented.